Next up, we have WrestleMania 6, The Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan. April 1st, 1990. Toronto, Ontario, Canada, WWE Championship match, title for title. On February 3rd, 1990, a week after Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior crossed paths at the Royal Rumble, Hogan put forth the ultimate challenge to the Warrior for WrestleMania 6. Hogan, witnessing the Warrior's meteoric rise to stardom, had to know which was the strongest force in the WWE, Hulkamania or the power of the Warrior. On February 10th, 1990, the match was officially announced as the main event of WrestleMania 6. On February 24th, it was announced that, for the first time ever, both the WWE Championship and the Intercontinental Championship would be on the line. So yeah, in this match, Warrior came in as the IC champion, Hogan came in as WWE Champion. Both titles, like I said before, with WrestleMania 3, they were actually almost of equal importance.
Ultimate challenge! Ultimate Warrior!
Unfortunately, not the case anymore.
My Hulkamaniacs put the championship on the line.
The main event in WrestleMania 6, the Ultimate Warrior squaring off against Hulk Hogan.
Oh my, wait a minute. They're gonna go at it. There's not gonna be any WrestleMania. They're gonna go at it right now. When I said that WrestleMania 6 was more intense than all 5 WrestleManias put together, I meant it, brothers.
You are about to enter a world close to parts unknown.
WrestleMania 6, the most important day for the rest of our lives.
Do you, Hulk Hogan, look for a place to hide, or do you face that challenge?
Hulk
What's it gonna do
Hogan.
when the largest arms in the world run wild on you?
You will know, Hulk Hogan, who is the chosen one.
And so we have, at the time, this similar concept to Savage versus Hogan, but at least with the Savage-Hogan match, Savage was kind of being pushed towards being a heel a little bit. Technically, Hogan was the face in the match. In this match, it was absolutely pure babyface versus babyface in the big main event, hyped up to all hell. Pretty much any kid in the crowd was either a Hogan fan or a Warrior fan, end of story. So you could hype the match incredibly well, but I personally don't. I don't like this match. I've watched it when I was a kid and I thought it was a boring match, and I watched it recently and I was surprised at how correct I was. There was so much hype and so little substance to it. Warrior pretty much only knew how to do squash matches, and Hogan just knew how to win, so he created a situation where neither of them could quite do what they needed to do. Not a terribly interesting match in terms of the actual bell-to-bell part. But hey, I mean, I can criticize it all I want. The crowd in attendance was clearly pleased. There was just energy from the crowd the whole time, for whatever the reason was. They were just so wrapped up in it at the moment. So much hype.
The WWE champion, Hulk Hogan. And there he is, Hulk Hogan.
I do give credit to the fact that so few times in history have they put the two singles championships against each other that way. It's happened before since then, but not often. It's funny how similar of a situation Hogan would be in, 7 years later? I'm talking about Hogan versus Goldberg on Monday Nitro, which is still a questionable decision to put it up for free on TV instead of a pay-per-view, but a similar situation. Goldberg was a guy who mostly just did squash matches, big fan favorite, practically unstoppable. He had the big mid-card title in WCW, which was the US title, and Hogan had the big WCW belt, the big gold belt that he had spray painted. And the only real difference between these two things is Nitro was a free television match. Hogan was older, and Hogan, in that case, was an actual heel. it wasn't such a split crowd decision. Crowd wanted to see one thing and one thing only. Again, not really a great match, but again, a memorable moment in history that the crowd absolutely ate up. So, alright, so I got him to light damage and Irish whip him in the ring. A lot of hidden objectives for a match where really they just kind of traded rest holds and tests of strength and the occasional hit. But we'll see. I mean, I'm sure I'll have to do the whole big ending sequence. But we'll get to that when the time comes. Also, I'm having a hard time reversing Hogan. Gotta get the power of the Warrior. Hulk Hogan. Power of the Warrior. Floating through the veins. What did he say in that one promo? Something about, should he lay down and let lawnmowers run over him? I don't even remember. The man was insane. His promos didn't make any sense, but they're kind of glorious in that way. If there's any one thing that I like about Warrior at all, and it's the only thing I like about him, it's the fact that he would do those absolutely stupid. The Macho Man occasionally would go off track and make no sense, especially if he was coked up, which apparently he was sometimes. But the Warrior just screamed absolute nonsense, and I don't know what to make of it, but it's amazing to watch. A lot better than hearing him talk shit about gay people nowadays. Complete the first WrestleMania moment. Alright. I would have thought that kind of would have qualified. Is it going to be one of their tests of strength, or I'm trying to remember what moment it might be. I just don't register this match as interesting, so other than the big end, the high spots are kind of lost to my memory, if you even want to call them high spots. Running power slam. That's another name for it. Of course, it's the name JR would use.
Look at the strength behind those strikes. Those body shots.
Stomp to the gut. Oh.
Now that's the way to turn it around.
It's good in a sense that they've created like endless reversal strings, but it's also kind of weird because sometimes you just have wrestlers doing moves that they never did. Period. Just stuff didn't happen. There's that. Got the gorilla press drop. Now for the splash. Let me see if pinning him gets me anywhere. No, I don't trust that. How do I start the WrestleMania moment? Do I just get him to critical, probably? That often seems to be the trick. Just get him to the critical damage and the match will take care of itself, basically. Let's go big, though. Let's see if I can suplex him. Get a big old superplex going. Alright, he's at critical. So, now what? Oh, maybe he needs to make his comeback. Yep. Hogan spikes the referee. I might need to let him do the comeback on me.
He's showing signs of life. This contest is just so physical.
Alright. Gotta hit a gorilla press and pin him in 10 seconds.
Hogan's on spaghetti legs right now and needs to regroup.
I'm guessing that'll probably initiate a sequence where he hulks up again. But I gotta get a signature to gorilla press him, so.
Look at the strength behind those.
Let's work on that. Warrior doing a submission hold. You fanny. There's a shoulder block he could have done, I guess. That's one of like the 4 or 5 things he knew how to do.
He's still not through.
Sorry, as you can guess, I'm kind of a fan of... I like technical wrestling and high flying and stuff like that. People who just do a few basic moves and nothing more bore the crap out of me. Alright, there's the gorilla press. There's the pin. Or there's the splash. Now I'm going for the pin. 1, 2. There's the kick out. And here he goes. Getting all psyched up. The Warrior's not to be screwed with. Asking him to hit him again. Oh no! He's unstoppable. Here we go.
Oh, the Warrior hasn't seen anything like Hulk Hogan.
You!
Impervious to those big right hands from Warrior.
Going for the leg drop.
Warrior moves.
Sitting up.
He moved out of the way. Hey, he's going for it again. Look at this.
Oh, that felt way more disjointed than what happened in real life. But that is what happened.
He's done it.
Hogan got all psyched up, he went for the leg drop, and for once, someone moved, countered, and pinned him. And of course, Hogan had to kick out like on 3, so he didn't look bad. Can't have that. But he did award the championship to Warrior. Raised his hand and gave him his big celebration. Well, that was classy at least. Don't really know that the Warrior deserved it in hindsight, but I guess at the time it seemed like a good idea, you know? Hindsight's always 20/20. You can't predict the future. You can't predict that he's going to be such a raging douche. Yeah, they got fireworks and everything. I mean, they sent the fans home happy. Much as I don't like the match, it was a grand spectacle, and they sent the fans home happy, so I guess what more can you really ask for? From a business standpoint, at least.